What are they supporting?
Fighting to take their country back. So-called the Islamification of Birmingham.
When you say we are claiming our street back, we are claiming our country, from who? You might think that you own this city, but you don't.
We are taking our country back, and we will begin mass deportations and remigration.
Well, that's just racism. Blatant racism, and we must deal with that. They know full well religion has nothing to do with this. It's about hooligans.
When you say a fringe, it looks like a rogue little group, right? But Tommy Robinson did a march, and reports are coming in that it was 3 to 4 million people.
Oh,
that's not
yeah.
fringe
Well,
group.
well,
no?
let me tell you, that's nonsense, first of all. I mean, they can promote
you
whatever.
honestly think that those videos? It was.
He had about 120,000, I think.
You think? Would you ever unite with somebody like Tommy Robinson? Is that somebody you'd want to unite with?
I'm prepared to.
Ladies and gentlemen, patriot, truth seekers, digital warriors, welcome back to the show once again. This is the Baraka Show. As you already know, this is not a regular broadcast. This is not a regular show. I mean, we do things different over here. So, as you can tell from the thumbnail and the title, I was speaking, or you will see me speaking with Ayoub Khan, a member of parliament. He's been in parliament since 2024. He's an independent candidate for Perry Bar in Birmingham. He was in Birmingham where the protests were taking place, where pro-Palestinians were out there voicing the outrage of how and why Maccabi Tel Aviv is not banned yet from participating into international sports. Now he was there, so we called him and we had a conversation. Now, when I was watching this podcast, when my team did all the edits and I was watching this podcast, I'm thinking, there's a lot of things I need to work on, especially as the channel is growing and growing and growing. We need to improve. Everything that I know so far has been self-taught. Now, I'm inviting you to help me out. I'm inviting you to be my mentors. I'm inviting you to help me improve and develop what we are creating here. So as you're watching this podcast, I don't know what the reason would be. You could be watching to be informed, you could be watching to be entertained, or you could be watching to just get time passed by, or maybe you could be watching because you like the channel and you just want to support. I want to ask you to just focus in on how I'm asking him questions, what am I doing, and all the things that you think I could do better. Please comment down below, because I really want to learn and I want to improve and get better, because we're gonna be getting a lot of people now. We got I can't really tell you, but we got big sharks are lining up, so they're coming. So I want to get better. So then whenever those guys come, or whenever the time comes when we have top influencers, politicians, you know, the guys who you're probably looking up to as well, or the guys that you heavily criticize, whenever they come on, I want to be able to stand and have a good conversation with them. So please, if you're able to help, if you have any sort of advice, please comment down below, because I'll be sitting here listening and watching and reading what you guys think. Again, I don't want to take too long, but I want to remind you of the pact that we have, the promise that we made to each other, you and I, the agreement that we're in, right? The covenant, I might have to say, the promise. I promised you guys I was not going to get a haircut until we hit 100k subscribers. Right now we just hit 80,000 subscribers, so we're like 20,000 more. Can you see my hair? It looks really bad, right? I'm not gonna cut it. I'm just asking you, please subscribe, because the haircut is long overdue. It's been 2 months now, I've not had a haircut. And oh man, the girls don't even look at me anymore. But thank you so much. Enjoy.
So
Okay.
we're here with the main man. I'm sure you guys have seen his face online. I'm sure you guys have seen him in the parliament. And you are seeing him here today at the Baraka Show. So who are we here with today?
So my name is Ayoub Khan, a member of parliament for Birmingham Perry Bar, someone who has grown up in this area of Aston, a stone throw away from the Villa ground.
That's right.
I still live in Aston and my children go to local schools. I'm a proud Brummie, I'm a proud Astoner.
Proud Brummie. Usually the young generation use Brummie, but the fact that you're saying it, it just shows that you're connected to the city and on the ground. So now, there's a lot of news today. circulating. There's a big plan happening today. People are traveling, including myself, traveling from Manchester to be here today. Hundreds of people, thousands, I think, will be here today. Why do you think they're coming here? And what's the reason?
So my position has always been very consistent. As a barrister by profession, you know, I believe in equality, justice, fairness. Those are my principles. So I started a campaign to ban the Israeli football team from participating in international sports.
Right.
And I've said that consistently because we've banned Russian football teams.
Right, during the invasion of Ukraine.
Ukraine, absolutely. And when you look at the apartheid in South Africa, we isolated South Africa from participating in any international tournament.
Yeah.
And the message that you send by isolating nations that are committing human rights violations, and in this case, a genocide, is that you cannot have normal relations on an international tournament, which is about competition, which is about integrity, which is about fairness.
Right.
It sends the wrong kind of message. So we know that the Safety Advisory Group and the West Midlands Police agreed that the risk posed by Maccabi Tel Aviv extremist fans was significant to the communities here. So that's why they decided to.
So the ban was not initially from the people of the Birmingham going to cause trouble. So the ban was from the police saying the Maccabi fans will be the ones who will be causing trouble. Am I getting that correct?
You got that absolutely 100%.
But that's not what the media is saying, though.
Every politician, including Lisa Nandy, have misled the public.
Right, because they're saying that you guys, the Birmingham Muslims, will be here causing trouble, chasing chasing Christians, chasing Jews, and doing the Jews hunt.
Yeah, well, you see, all
that's everywhere online.
You see, that number one is disingenuous, it's disgraceful, that comes from senior politicians. The report, the intelligence and the report given to the chief constable, which was given to the Safety Advisory Group, was that the significant threat was from the Maccabi Tel Aviv extremist fans.
Right, that's
the night before,
from the top.
From that, and that is the misleading information that the British public are getting. The night before the match in Amsterdam, I'm not saying that the Maccabi fans weren't attacked the following day.
No.
But the night before, everybody seems to be ignoring. Politicians seem to be ignoring. When there were 500 to 600 organized Maccabi Tel Aviv hooligans that went out on a Muslim hunt. That they were attacking and targeting and organized targeting of specific Muslims in Amsterdam.
Yeah,
that information should be put out in the public arena.
Why was it not being put out? Well, why do you think they ignore that part? If that is true, because I want to be very, because I'm interviewing you today. I'm also going to be interviewing hundreds of people today. We've been here since 10 a.m.
Sure.
So why do you think the media, maybe the right wing of media or maybe the left, whichever side, are always leaving that side of the argument out? And they're saying that the Muslims are the problem, that the Birmingham constituent, your constituent are the problem, and they're going to be here causing trouble to the Jewish Israeli fans.
You see,
why do you think that is? Because I want to understand, especially from yourself.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's disgraceful that politicians so senior cannot be frank and honest with the British public.
Right.
It's disgraceful that some of the media spin a story which is not reality.
What do they get from that?
So whatever they get, that's a matter for them. We can raise complaints. That's why we have been, I mean, The Guardian, for example, set out that it was the Maccabi fans. The recently Middle Eastern Eye has confirmed in their article that it was the Maccabi Tel Aviv fans that were the extremists that went on a Muslim hunt. All of that. I
think Sky News also did a piece long time when it happened.
So and we know that got switched when it was the Israeli fans that were attacking the residents, the Dutch nationals. It was actually presented as Israeli fans being attacked by Dutch residents, but it wasn't that. So this misinformation is divisive. It's causing divisions. Bringing religion into it
that's what I want to go to as
it's
well.
Weaponized it. This has got nothing to do with religion.
It's divided us now, where I'm sure there's going to be a march here, Trinity Road, where there will be a lot of people from the left side, pro-Palestinian and all this sort of stuff, you know, advocating for the ban of the Jewish team and all these things.
Well, you see, that's the problem.
That's one side.
Shall I say what the problem with that statement is?
Go on.
The statement is with the Jewish team. And we've brought religion into it.
That's what I'm saying.
My
Because
point
that's
is,
what the media
yeah,
and everything. If you was
that-
to look up
yeah.
into this, because when I was coming here, I'm in the train, 1 hour and 30 minutes train, and you're looking up all this, and that's what you're reading.
And that is where you've
And-
got the
and then-
conflation. And what responsible politicians should be doing is not bringing religion into it, because they know full well religion has nothing to do with this. It's about hooligans. It's about a principled stance, whether a nation, a rogue nation that is involved in genocide should be allowed to participate in international competitions. They are weaponizing religion. We had members of the Jewish community here last week visiting local mosques, the local shopping center. Everybody is welcome in Aston. But politicians and certain media want to spin this story and bring religion into it. It's got nothing to do with religion.
But if that is true, because God, I'm really glad we walk into each other, because you are the biggest person who will be here to tell us how it is, especially from the position of authority that you are in. Now, I want to get into. I want to end with uniting, because that is ultimately the goal. Because right now it seems like we are so divided. We are so divided that a group of people will be marching here, a group of people will be marching there, and somehow, maybe, I hope not, but there'll be some clashes.
I don't think there will be.
I hope not.
Oh, well, let me tell you.
Because I'm not sure if you see what happened last night, where, I don't know, the videos that took place last night where masked men going out there attacking police and launching fireworks and stuff. That's
right. So let me just tell you.
So that could take place today. What do you think?
Yeah, well, first of all, the West Midlands Police have supported the local communities here.
That's right. Multiple of them are out
The
today.
residents know that the West Midlands Police and their officers have been impeccable. We've got an amazing relationship here. We've had matches every other week. There's never a problem with the local community
So it's normal game.
our fans or any away fans. So I'm confident that this policing operation today will be one where the protesters that are coming to stand in solidarity with the Palestinians and the plight of the Palestinians, where they are saying that we have had more than 800 athletes murdered in Gaza, more than 350 footballers murdered in Gaza. A prominent footballer, Mr. Soleimani, 41 years of age, murdered whilst he was waiting for food.
That's right.
That's what the people with a moral compass are standing for.
Right.
Justice, equality, fairness.
Well, so what's
on
the
a
people
global
on the,
national.
on the opposite
And that's
side?
the question.
Right.
So what are they supporting? What are they supporting?
Let me tell you quickly, what are they supporting, right? First of all, I'm looking online, I'm seeing what this side is saying, I'm also seeing what this other side is saying. So I can get both of them and interview them and understand them personally, what they're coming from. Obviously, we've heard your side of argument, their side of argument. I hope if there was one of them here could have told you, but obviously since they're not here, this is what I know so far. They are fighting to take their country back. That's one. I want you to respond to that. The slogan of "we are taking our country back." They are also fighting of the so-called the Islamification of Birmingham. I also want you to respond to that. And also they are fighting for the Jewish Israeli fans to be able to attend whenever, however, despite what's going on in Gaza.
For those that want to argue we're taking our streets back from who? We have got second, third, fourth, fifth generation of communities here, the very fabric of society. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that's right.
I grew up in this neighborhood. My father worked in steel factories after the Second World War.
All right.
They were part of that generation that were invited to the UK. They helped rebuild Britain. We have now fourth and fifth generation communities that are working in all sectors. Nobody is taking anything away from them. They are the very fabric of our society. So when you say we are claiming our street back, we are claiming our from who?
But do you get how that argument's if you're
saying
a lot of people are resonating with it.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're saying we're taking our country back from people of color, that's just racism, blatant racism, and we must deal with that. But
a lot of prominent figures and media channels are saying that, and a lot of people are resonating and supporting that. So is it wrong?
So, and that's why I say, reclaiming the streets from who? This area.
Well, they say the Islamists, the Muslims, the Antifa, the far left, all these things. That's what they're taking the country back from.
So you're gonna get.
You see how controversial this is.
Well, let me tell you.
And somehow, the reason why I'm saying this because if I go on Twitter right now, if we just scroll for 5 minutes,
that's just an echo chamber.
We'll see something, and you'll have hundreds of views.
Let me tell you, I don't look at Twitter as a reflection of society.
That's right.
And when you look at what took place in New York, the elections there, if anyone went by what Twitter was saying, Mamdani would not have won, right? We must deal with this narrative, this false narrative, which is continuously being perpetuated out there in society, which is causing divisions, which is seeking to cause division. We want to unite communities, not divide communities. And what we're getting is disingenuous, a conflation of matters.
Right.
Let's deal with the facts, let's deal with evidence, right? So if you've got an issue in terms of unauthorized migration, let's deal with the facts, let's deal with the evidence.
That's right.
3 to 4% is unauthorized, out of which 75% of applicants are accepted as being persecuted. Right? If they are costing the taxpayer £5 billion, let's deal with the shortfall in our budget. Let's make sure that the people, the most vulnerable in our society, the working class, are given a fair and dignified salary so that they can live life.
That's right.
Right? At this moment in time, this government is not doing anything to address that, which is causing the narrative of the far right, the racists, which then all of a sudden
we're attacking each other now. Because we're all struggling now, we're fighting each other.
Well, that's right. And so what I'm saying is, insofar as communities up and down the country, the vast majority are fair-minded. There are genuine concerns in our communities in terms of cost of living, and we must address it.
That's right. Because there's a lot of problem here. As a young person myself, I'm 24 years old. I've started multiple business. I've failed. I've succeeded in some, one, in sales. And we grew that, we sold it. Now we're doing the media team. And a lot of young people want that kind of story. I'm still struggling myself, but we're still trying to do. But there's a lot of young people today who would rather be in the street, rather be going out there and cause maybe trouble, I have to say. And that's on both sides. How can we unite, not just the young people, but the old folks as well? Because I just walked up to you right now, and the fact that we can stand here and shake hands and have a conversation, that is good.
Every single community, whatever background, whatever race, whatever color, will have their own challenges.
That's right.
Every community. You will have issues. It's how we deal with them.
That's right.
In a way that we unite communities.
Yeah.
We had Robert Jenrick come into this constituency and say that it was unintegrated.
Yeah, what's your opinion on that as well? With that video that got leaked.
So, making comments such as that is causing divisions. There are undertones of racism in that. And when you got people at the top saying stuff like that,
in Parliament,
and then you got people like Kemi Badenoch, who's a person of color, to say, well, actually, that was not racism, and there is a problem. Do you see the problem that we have? That there are some in society that want to be leaders because they want to just have power, that they're prepared to say anything and everything, but irrespective of what consequence that will have on the ground, because they're looking at number one. That's the problem in our current leadership.
I agree.
That people are there to look after the few and not the majority.
Yeah, when me and you, if we see racism, we'll probably point it out and be like, racist, right? How come the people at the top can't point it out and be like, racist? Don't say that again.
Well, all I can say is if Robert Jenrick made that statement 10 years ago, he would have been suspended from the Conservative Party.
Well, okay, so then how did we, if that is racist, how did we allow it for it to grow so much to the point where somebody at that age, at the top, can say such a thing and get away with it?
Look, I can't talk about other people and their politics.
Because
right?
do you understand, if somebody in the parliament can get away with it, think about the street.
Well, that's right. But therein lies the problem, doesn't it? If you got people which are so senior that are prepared for senior politicians to make remarks without consequence, then you have chaos. You got chaos in their political party. In the Conservatives, there are people which don't know what they stand for anymore. So, as an independent MP, my politics is grassroots. You know, I grew up in this area. I live in this area. I listen to the local people. It's a diverse community, and I take their views and advocate on their behalf in Parliament.
Yeah, as it should be, right?
I don't impose on them what my views are.
And I don't know if you've heard about a guy called Ayoub, Ahmed Yaqub. I had him on a show yesterday. We had a conversation. I spoke to him. Hey, all right, you talk about uniting, which is great. And I asked him, would you ever unite with somebody like Tommy Robinson? His answer was no. And I'm asking you today, because Tommy Robinson's lads will be here today. Would you ever unite
well, let me tell you,
with somebody like Tommy Robinson?
I don't think, he's made his position clear, hasn't he, Tommy Robinson, that he's not going to mobilize. At the end of the day, he was in Israel supporting and had a T-shirt of the Maccabi Tel Aviv fans saying that he was going to be here. And then all of a sudden you had his activists in this country say, well, hold on one second, how's that patriotic? You're going to come to the Villa Stadium and support a foreign team? So he's been squeezed from both ends because the Maccabi Tel Aviv Football Club has said that one of the reasons why they're not going to take tickets is because of Tommy Robinson wearing their T-shirt. So
for real?
Yeah. So my
I didn't know that.
Yeah. This is do a bit of research. So one of the reasons why
I didn't know that.
One of the reasons why Maccabi Tel Aviv Football Club refused to take their allocation was because of Tommy Robinson wearing the T-shirt of the Maccabi Tel Aviv football team, saying he was going to be here. And they said no.
But is that somebody you'd want to unite with? Because if you're talking about uniting,
right? So
how far are you willing to go to unite?
Right. I am prepared to have dialogue with everybody.
That's right.
So long as their agenda is one not of racism, of Muslim hate, right? You know, I grew up in this neighborhood. We've had our fair share of racism. Yeah. I've had my fair share of being beaten up on the streets, but sometimes I've gone through a circle. And this circle which I've gone through is at a point where I don't want to see my children face what I had to face in the 1970s, late 1970s. So I am up for working with everybody and anyone to build bridges, but they got to be sincere.
Yeah,
they gotta have clear intentions.
Yeah,
not hidden agendas. So my message to anyone that wants to build bridges, more than willing to reach out, more than willing to sit around a table and discuss matters, but not if you've got hidden agendas or insidious items which you want to be able to promote your own agenda. I'm sorry, that I can't do.
Yeah, the reason why, because I don't know how this is happening, but I'm able to get the left and the right at the same. Some media outlet can't do that. Some media, because they push one side. I'm able to, somebody like yourself, we can sit and talk. Ayoub, Ahmed Yaqub was there. I can get somebody like Tommy Robinson to talk to me, and all these people. I can get these people to talk to each other. So if I was to set up a debate or maybe a conversation between somebody of your choice, would you ever want to interact with it? Of course, as long as it's fair.
Let me tell you.
Because right now, we are seeing nationalism on the rise, and we are seeing, they're calling it Muslims on the rise, or Islamists, that's what they're calling it, on the rise. How can we lower the temperature and just have one united nation where we can all stand behind the flag and say, this is our country?
Right, so as I said before, the vast majority of the British communities up and down this country have a moral compass in the right place. That's reflected by when the ban on Maccabi Tel Aviv fans took place. Do you know 42% of people polled agreed with that? There was only 28% which were saying that no, 30% were uncertain. If that poll was conducted again following the disorder in Israel when the two teams played, I promise you there would have been like 80% would have said Maccabi fans should be banned.
So are you saying there's...
So what I'm saying is that let's not extrapolate the social media echo chambers into communities and people up and down this country. The vast majority of the British public are absolutely have their moral compass in the right place. You have fringes. You have fringes in every society that want to be able to promote particular hate and racism. And you've got these echo chambers. You've got fake accounts, AI accounts, which are set up to make it look a lot worse on social media and these platforms than what it is in society.
You know, when you say few, you mean, when you say a fringe, it looks like a rogue little group, right? But Tommy Robinson did a march and reports are coming in that it was 3 to 4 million people.
Oh,
that's
they went
not,
for-
that's not
yeah.
fringe.
Well,
group,
well,
no?
let me tell you, that's nonsense. First of all, I mean, they can promote
You
whatever.
honestly think that those videos?
No. Let me tell you.
All right, tell me.
Analysis. Well, number one, the Met Police did an analysis on the number of attendees. Number two, you've had other academics which have done analysis from aerial shots. They're predicting.
But that looks massive.
It did. It was. He had about 120,000, I think.
You think?
Well, that's 110,000 what the police said. But you've had academics that have mapped out the area, mapped out the people from aerial shots, and come to a conclusion that there was about 110, 120, 30,000, no more than that. But let's just take that argument. 100,000 is a large number of people.
I disagree with it, but that's a lot of people still.
Yeah, let's just go with a large number of people.
Yeah.
Now, some of those people were racist. And they expressed that Nico did that undercover.
Nico Milano.
Yeah, Nico Milano went out with the undercover investigation. And we blatantly saw people that were racist. But you know, a large number of those people were not racist.
A lot of them.
A large number of them were actually concerned about cost of living. A large number of them were concerned about the money.
We can agree on that, yes.
So
a lot of them were concerned about things we can all agree in this country.
And what we didn't see was when you had Elon Musk say things, or when you had people on that stage say racist, bigoted statements, what you didn't see was a camera zoom on the people. And one shot I saw that when the camera zoomed out after a statement was made, there were people nodding their head like they don't agree with that. So let's not extrapolate. Let's not give people credit which is not due, right? They did not mobilize. They did not mobilize, 3 million or 4 million people. What they mobilized was about 100,000, out of which the majority were more concerned about cost of living than the racism that was being, spewed out there on the stage.
What sort of racism though? Because I was there. I was there as a media pass. I had a media pass there. I did the covering, and I went to did the over.
Did you not see anything which had you concerned about?
I mean,
what was being said on stage?
The only thing that had me concerned is the coin of flags, and I think that kind of like messed me up.
What about we need to get rid of all the mosques? We need to get rid of all the temples.
That was one person.
So there was a lot of negativity on that stage, which was targeting division as opposed to uniting communities.
That's one topic that I can speak on that I said, hey, I disagree with that. Yeah. The coin, when they brought so many flags and they start chopping them up, that for me I was like, all right, now I don't know. But everything else was kind of like, okay, good stage, good stuff, and the people were loving it. And we got to interview Ben Habib, we got to interview all the people. Now, you mentioned Elon Musk. Elon Musk has been a very prominent figure in the UK's politics. He's been involved now. We can't kick him out anymore. So what do you think of him? Do you think it's a force for good? Or is it a challenge that you must address?
Let me tell you, you got people out there which know nothing about the UK politics. They know nothing about communities here, and they want to impose their thought process, their thinking on communities here. He's got a very powerful platform. That platform allows for racism and division.
Well, which platform are you talking about?
Platform X. Yeah, you look at some of what is being permitted on there. So things which are said on there in America would not be illegal, but in this country, the laws will classify them as breaking the law. But my point
how come we don't classify them?
My point is that we need to ensure that platforms like that don't have carte blanche, that they are, that the law of this land takes priority. So if there's racism and if there's hate messages, that they are dealt with. And the social media owners are responsible for policing what goes on their platforms. And not to do it in a way that is responsible should be dealt with. And I genuinely believe that X, if it does not, well, my proposal is very straightforward. X has a responsibility to ensure that it polices what types of messages are posted on social media. That's a responsibility that they should abide by. And if they don't, then we should really look at banning X in this country.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be the next alternative.
Well, that happened in America, didn't it, with TikTok? They were saying that actually we want
Yeah, but they had China looking at the data and stuff. That was the Chinese spy
But what I'm saying is, where there are issues, you need to deal with them. You need to deal with them head on.
But don't you think that would be attack on free speech, where nobody can go out there and say this stuff?
Free speech has parameters.
I get it. Yeah, there's some stuff that you can't say.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. Free speech has parameters. You know, there's laws that govern that. And I'm all for free speech. I mean, we're going to have protests here. We're going to have counter-protests. Those people that are coming to counter-protest, they're welcome to protest so long as they do it in their parameters of legal requirements. We've got no issue with that. You know, so, you know, we welcome anyone. You know, everybody has a different opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, so long as it's within law. Yeah. And how can you argue against that?
Yeah. Thank you so much for giving me the time here. I want to wrap it up by asking, how can we, I mean, so the protest that's going to take place, we're going to have two opposing sides. One will be making noise over there, another one will be making noise in here. And what would you like to see as an outcome of that? Because
so I'd like to see...
there's going to be media. You know, this is sports. There'll be Sky News, BBC, everybody here. What would you like to see at the end of this?
My position is this. You're going to have a peaceful protest here. Let's hope you have a peaceful protest over there.
How come you didn't say, hope we're going to have peaceful protest?
I said we're going to have a peaceful... Hopefully.
Yeah, we have to hope for the whole thing. Yeah, of course. Because it can go wrong both sides too.
My view is very simple. People will come here and protest. Do it within the law.
Of course.
Do it within your parameters. You know what the parameters are.
That's right.
And then at the end of the day, go home.
Yeah, when it's done, go home.
Go home.
Yeah, there's nothing else to look forward to.
That's it. And, you know, it allows, you know, people to express their solidarity.
Yeah, and, it allows to get the anger out and get back home.
And then you got people that, you know, want to support their cause. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But, you know, we can all learn and live to agree to disagree.
That's right. That's right.
And so you're never going to change some people's views.
That's right.
And you know,
thank you so much.
We just need to be respectful to each other, and we need to look at building, uniting our communities. All communities are welcome here, despite what's been spread on social media. You know, this is not about religion. This is not about race. This is all of this has been blown out of context. It's about football and whether or not a policy should be consistently applied about banning international teams, and it's about hooligans and protecting communities.
That's right. Thank you so much, sir. So then I was born in a refugee camp in Tanzania. At the time, there's so many people ran there. A lot of people were going there, real refugees, after being butchered from the civil war that erupted in Congo. My parents applied for asylum to all the countries. They waited. Now, then I was born in that camp, the same camp. I'm talking tents. I was born there. Now, we're waiting and waiting and waiting. For 14 years, we were waiting. Now, of course, these guys could choose to wait as well, but these guys hijacked that and they come in the country illegally. Now, the media will brand you guys racist, far right, the worst people here, the worst group here. How come the good group didn't invite me to go speak over there? So I call this the greatest awakening because all the way from over there, there's hundreds of people turning up. It's a Saturday, for God's sake. They could easily go around and watch football and have fun, go on a date, do all the lovely stuff they could do. But instead, they want to stand here, rain or not. They're ready to send the message, and I believe the message will be received today. Thank you so much.
For anybody in the back who struggled to hear this young man's story, what incredible, brave young man.
Oh yes, I agree.
British Christian values